about how to conduct a risk assessment and write policies, and maybe a little bit of history as well on what's going on with this law and the uptick in concern, because in the past this was a relatively benign law which was there, but what good is a law if there are no consequences for actions or there's no funding behind it to enforce the law? So in the last, I guess the last couple years, the amount of emails and calls I've been getting from both business associates and covered entities alike that are receiving letters from the Office of Civil Rights that they're being audited for HIPAA has increased, I would say, tenfold, and partly because the government has the ability to enforce this now. They have the funding to do it, and also because individuals and individual states are learning that they can sue to get remedied for wrongful disclosures of private health information. So with that said, the most important thing you need to do in your HIPAA compliant program is your risk assessment, because that's the very first thing you will be asked in the event you are audited by the Office of Civil Rights. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin here. So we may wonder, why do we need to do a risk assessment and build policies and procedures? Well, a written policy gives everyone a fair shake at knowing what to do and how to do it. Clearly, it's stated right there in policy that folks sign off on. Written policies spell out consequences for repeatedly breaking a policy or not following a procedure. Written policies aren't if they're not written, more errors can occur even in patient care, assuming you're a covered entity. Written policies also, and this is important, give you a stronger leg to stand on if legal action is brought against the practice or the business. It's very important that you have a written policy in place for every single one of the implementation specifications of the HIPAA Security Rule. Per the HIPAA Security Rule, written policies and procedures is the law for covered entities and for business associates now. Per the HIPAA Security Rule, conducting a risk assessment is also the law. So to write your policies, you write policies based upon the risk assessment. That's how this is done. Next slide here. A little bit of background. In 2009, something called the High-Tech Act came out, which it gave teeth to the HIPAA Security Rule, the HIPAA legislation,